friends. If you're like me, where you really work hard on being consistent with your strength workouts, but you might not find as much time for your mobility, this workout is for you. It's actually a mobility session that we're gonna do together. It's just gonna be body weight, and I want you to have patience to hold certain positions, and I promise you when we're done, you're gonna feel much better. So let's get started actually down on the floor on your knees, because we're gonna go into cat-cow. But first, we're gonna start with little arm circles. So going forward, creating larger and larger circles, and then let's reverse the direction. Larger and larger circles. And then now we're going to get down into the cat-cow position, tucking the tailbone under, really reaching your back up towards the ceiling, and then reversing the direction. Now you're not rushing through it, because today is about really moving gradually throughout our body, so that afterwards we feel nice and juicy and ready to take on the day or even get into a workout. You're gonna give me 10 more seconds here. Always leading with the tailbone. Really reaching each spine up, each spinal joint up to the sky. All right, now let's come up to a standing position. The right palm is up, left palm is up, but turned in this underwards. I don't know what the right word is. And we're going to rotate through our shoulder joint. So imagine you have 2 cups of water in your hand and you don't want it to spin. We're just kind of getting a little warmed up before we get into our first section. And now let's take your shoulders and move them forward. They're called scapular cars, controlled articulated rotations. So you can see I'm going forward, almost hunching my back to go forward. In a few seconds, we're gonna go in the reverse direction. I don't know if I'm doing my hands. All that matters is what's going on in your shoulder blades. And let's reverse that. So going back, down, and around. So right now we're going to be focusing just on the thoracic spine, which is your upper back, and our shoulders, where most of us are quite tight from looking at the computer, sitting down, you know all that good stuff. Hunched over our computer, hunched over our phones. 3 more seconds of this back scapular car. And now I want you to find a wall. So we're going to stand against the wall, or you can sit, make like a little T-shaped, or what do you call it, a goalpost, and slowly slide your arms straight up and then come back into this goalpost position. Just shift. Ideally, your back is flat against the wall, and we're not rushing through this because this actually is not very easy. You can see my arms are leaving the wall, but in an ideal world, your forearms, everything about your arms, reach up and touch constantly against the wall. We got about 15 seconds here. I'm trying to not let my ribs flare out because I feel my back trying to lift off so that I can extend my arms. 2 and 1. Again, now we're gonna come down to the ground for just a beautiful stretch. So on all fours, open up the right arm, needle it all the way through, and we're gonna rest in this position. So my right arm is all the way through across my body. My left arm is reaching above my head, and I'm just holding. And now we're gonna go in the other direction. So the left arm comes all the way up, needles all the way through, resting the side of the head down, walking the right arm away from the head. So it's a big stretch in that upper back, our thoracic spine. We're gonna have 10 more seconds here, a little less than 10. Now I want you to meet me back on all fours. Take your right hand on your right ear and open as wide as you can. Let your eyes follow and then come down. We're going to be here for about 30 seconds. I'll tell you when you're going to switch. I'm very excited because I finally up-leveled my microphone game. Before I used to have to tape it on me, but I bought a professional mic. So hopefully you won't hear too many crackling sounds. We're going to switch over to the other side, left hand on the left ear. Opening as wide as you can, looking at the ceiling. And just really try not to move too much of the lower body. I want the movement to come from your upper back. If we got one more rep, give me one more of those openers. There's gonna be a lot of coming up, coming down. So we're gonna come up and I want you to find some wall space. You're gonna have your forearms parallel to each other against the wall, and I want you to gently walk your forearms up, staying as parallel as you can. Should be a little stretch in here, and then walk it back down again. Let's go back up. If you happen to have a foam roller, it's actually wonderful to roll the arms up. But I'm doing body weight because I think most of us might not have the equipment. And we're gonna do a chest opener after we finish this one. Slowly coming down. So ideally you could slide it up and slide it back down. Give me one more. Coming up and coming back down. Now we're gonna do a little traditional chest opener. Take the left arm up against the wall, and I'm actually gonna just hold this position. I hope you turned on the app and was like, okay, I'm all down for a mobility workout. We got 5 more seconds before I have you switch to the other side. Okay, we're gonna go to the other side. After we do this little stretch, we're gonna go move down to hips and lower back. Got about 15 more seconds. Oh, I can feel I'm very tight here. Three, 2, and 1. Whew, that feels good. So let's gonna come down to the ground. We're gonna go into a 90-90 hip switch. So I'm gonna have my left leg in a 90-degree angle, my right leg too. Lean forward, and then pivot on the edges of your feet to the other side and lean forward. So it's essentially a semi-pigeon pose that we're rotating through. Again, we're not rushing through anything. I want you to really enjoy moving into these deep positions for the mobility. We got 20 more seconds. I have to make sure I don't shift out of camera because in doing this, I always find my body moves a little bit. Just give me one more here. Good. We're gonna come back onto all fours. Lift the right leg to the side, bring that foot up, come on down. And then bring that up to the side and back down. We're staying on this side. These are called hip cars, controlled articulated rotations, because you're just gently moving through the joint. And let's do the other leg now. Going up to the side and back up. You might have a little bit of resistance in some angles, and that's okay. That's why we're working through this. Okay. So now I want you to actually get into a pigeon pose. We're gonna start on the left side. The right leg is directly behind. I always do a quick check. And what I want you to do is sit into it, but we're gonna be a little active. So we're gonna sit. You can kind of move around a little bit to feel the stretch in your hip. And we'll be switching sides. So now I'm bringing my right leg forward, making sure the left leg is directly behind me. Coming down into it. You want to make sure you're not sinking one way or the other so that the hips are evenly suspended in the air facing the ground. And now I want you to unravel and come into a deep squat position. So we're just holding this deep squat. I realize I have my little knee sleeve on it. I meant to take it off before filming, but yeah, I just tweaked my knee a little bit, and it's just, the compression sleeves just give it a little sense of safety. You know, it's a little bit more, it's got compression, so I think the body feels a little more, the best way to say, safe. It feels like it's being hugged. So just shift left and right, kind of making circles in the ankles in this deep position. I think this feels wonderful. It's not for everyone, and if you can't keep your chest up, stay at the level where you can keep your chest up. From here, hands to the ground, lift your hips just to straighten out your legs a little. And we're gonna take a super wide stance, and we're gonna go into slow Cossack squats. So coming up to the top, shifting down. Remember, we're not about rushing. We're all about moving through the full range of the joints. In case you're wondering how much longer, we're going to be here for another 30 seconds. Really sit deep into that position. We got 4 more seconds. And 1. All right, now we're gonna start moving a little bit more. Walk with me into the world's greatest stretch. So the right leg's right next to the right hand. Straighten out that leg, so a hamstring stretch. Reaching the forearm down and opening. Again, hamstring stretch, reaching down and opening. Let's switch to the other leg. Don't forget the hamstring stretch. Let your eyes follow when you open up. They call it the world's greatest stretch because you got a little bit of everything here. All right, gently release. Now you're gonna grab the back of the right leg. Ideally, you'll have something under your knee, and we're literally just gonna shift forward to open up the hip and the quad. We're going to switch sides in just a few seconds. And then I usually have to grab my foot first and then get into position. If you have something to hold on to, even better. Keep pushing forward. You can feel it in your hip and your quad. Just a couple more seconds. Gently release that. I want you to meet me back in this squat position. Now we're going to add in this thoracic spine opener. Pushing into the inside of the leg, I open as wide as I can. And I'm going to switch sides. And again, switch sides. Reaching up. I want you to shift left and right again. We're going to go back and do just a couple more of those thoracic spine openers. Again, open. Really leveraging to open as wide as you can. Gently drop your seat down to the ground. Bring your flat soles together, and I want you to bounce to let your knees kind of reach the ground. We're trying to open up the hips. Push into the knees to push them towards the floor as you bring your head down a little bit. Back up and let's bounce a little bit more. It's a gorgeous, cloudy day today. I love an overcast day. I have very little light on. It's all natural light coming through. All right, let's try to bring that body down again. Open up the hips. Just go as far as it feels comfortable for you. We're not trying to force anything today. Now we're gonna do something called the bretzel stretch, which I love. So lie on your back. Bring the right knee into your chest, cross the body to hit the left side, extend the right arm to the opposite side. Now I'm gonna bend my left knee and grab the left foot. So this is called a bretzel, a body pretzel. My right knee is going to the left, but I'm gonna look over my right shoulder. And I'm going to gently unwind so I can do the other side. So left knee comes up, across. I'm going to bend the right leg so my left hand grabs the right foot. And breathe into the low belly. Sink into this position. Now let's get back onto the middle of the back. Hands on knees. We're gonna roll to the left and continue letting your head look over the left, past the left shoulder. This is called an egg roll. We'll be here for a little bit. Now come back to center. Hug the knees, lift the head. We're going to roll on our spine, snapping the feet down. And then reach the top, legs extended, gently grab onto your ankles, the top of your feet, and we're going to gently bring the belly towards the thighs. Release. Come meet me in a standing position. Raise those arms up to the ceiling. Right hand grabs the left wrist. Lift upwards. Shift the arms to the right. Push the hips to the left. And then let's do the other side. Lifting upwards. My arms are going to the left as my hips go in the opposite direction. Coming back up. Let's just shake those arms out a little bit. And I hope that was a nice little way to get your body to move and to relax and mobilize. I will see you next time. I'm Coach Tina. For more information about how to work with me, head to ironstrongfitness.com and send me a message. I'll see you next time.